Kevin Owens has spent years proving that he belongs in WWE's main event picture. He has been a world champion, a WrestleMania headliner, a trusted veteran, a spectacular talker, and one of the company's most consistently reliable performers. Yet there is still something missing from his career, a truly defining WWE Championship moment that needs to change now. Owens made one of the most shocking returns in recent WWE history at SummerSlam 2026 after spending roughly 17 months away because of a serious neck injury. Instead of receiving a protected comeback match, Owens was immediately thrown into a fatal 4-way #1 contenders match against Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and Gunther. He won by pinning Zayn and instantly earned a shot at CM Punk's undisputed WWE Championship. Now the match is set. Owens will challenge Punk for the undisputed WWE Championship on the August 21st episode of SmackDown in Toronto. Owens specifically chose that date and location, making the championship match even more significant. WWE should not stop at giving Owens the opportunity. Kevin Owens should defeat CM Punk and become WWE Champion. The first and most obvious reason is the comeback story. Owens did not simply take a few months off. His injury kept him out of action for more than a year and created genuine uncertainty about when or even whether he would return. After his long absence, WWE could have slowly rebuilt him. Instead, the company immediately put him into the main event picture, which shows just how much confidence it has in him. That return needs a payoff. If Owens loses to Punk and simply moves into another feud, the comeback risks becoming another great WWE moment that was quickly forgotten. If he wins, however, everything suddenly becomes more meaningful. The injury, the recovery, the 17-month absence, the shocking SummerSlam return, and the #1 contender victory all become chapters in one complete story. Imagine Owens entering Toronto as the challenger and leaving as champion. That is a career-defining moment. Owens also has unfinished business with the World Championship. WWE's official profile lists him as a former Universal Champion, United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, NXT Champion, and undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion. His first World Championship came in 2016 when he won the Universal Championship in a fatal 4-way involving Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Big Cass. That reign was important, but nearly a decade later, Owens is a completely different performer. He is no longer the young outsider trying to prove that he belongs. He is one of WWE's most established veterans. He has worked with virtually every major name of his generation and has repeatedly demonstrated that he can carry important television segments and major matches. The missing piece is another World Championship reign, this time under completely different circumstances. Owens' potential victory over Punk would also be much more than a feel-good moment. CM Punk is the perfect opponent because both men have built their careers around strong personalities, sharp promos, and a willingness to challenge WWE's traditional expectations. Punk calls himself the best in the world. Owens has spent his entire career fighting people who believed they were better than him. That gives WWE a natural story without needing to manufacture unnecessary drama. Punk can argue that he opened doors for wrestlers like Owens. Owens can acknowledge what Punk accomplished while making it clear that he does not need Punk's approval. Their first confrontation already became heated, with WWE describing their exchange as nearly resulting in a brawl. That rivalry can carry a championship match. More importantly, Owens winning would not hurt Punk. Punk is established enough to lose a major match and remain a top star. In fact, losing to Owens could create a stronger second chapter between them. Punk could become obsessed with proving that the result was a fluke, while Owens has to prove that his championship victory was not simply an emotional comeback moment. Toronto makes the situation even more attractive. Owens specifically requested the August 21st championship match there, and WWE has officially listed the event at Scotiabank Arena. The location provides WWE with the perfect atmosphere for a major championship celebration. Owens' Canadian identity has always been an important part of his connection with fans, and the reaction inside Toronto could turn a championship victory into one of the most memorable moments of his career. The visual practically creates itself. Punk enters as champion, Owens receives a massive reaction. Two tear into each other for the championship, and after surviving the GTS, Owens Owens catches Punk with a stunner. 1, 2, 3. The building erupts as Owens finally gets his moment. That is the type of image WWE can use for years. There is another reason Owens needs to win. His injury story should mean something. WWE can mention his long absence in video packages, but those references become far more powerful if the story ends with him winning the championship. Every replay of his return suddenly carries more weight because fans know where the comeback ultimately led. The story becomes incredibly simple. Kevin Owens was not sure he would wrestle again, returned after 17 months, earned a championship opportunity, and became WWE Champion. That is the kind of wrestling story that does not require complicated booking. Owens winning could also elevate the championship itself. A title becomes more valuable when fans believe the person carrying it matters. Owens has credibility with virtually every section of the WWE audience. Longtime fans know his history, newer viewers know his personality, and wrestling fans respect his ability inside the ring. He can also work with almost anybody. Need a serious promo? Owens can deliver it. Need comedy? He can do that. Need a brutal brawl? Absolutely. Need a technically strong match? He has already demonstrated that throughout his career. Need a younger wrestler elevated? Owens can make that person look important. That versatility would make him an excellent champion. His history with Sami Zayn adds another layer. Owens earned the title shot by pinning his longtime friend and rival, which immediately creates another possible championship story. Zayn already has reason to feel overlooked, especially after being passed over in the title picture. If Owens becomes champion, Zayn could eventually challenge him. That would give WWE a potentially huge emotional feud. Owens and Zayn have spent decades intertwined with one another. Their relationship has produced some of WWE's best emotional storytelling, and a championship match between them would have natural stakes. There would be no need for an elaborate explanation. Zayn could simply believe that Owens took the opportunity that should have been his. Owens, meanwhile, could argue that he earned it. That is enough. A world championship reign also does not need to last a year to be successful. WWE could give Owens a 3 to 6 month run and still accomplish everything necessary. He could defend against Zayn, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, or another emerging star. Each challenger would bring something different to the reign, and when Owens eventually loses the championship, WWE would have another valuable asset. Whoever defeats him becomes more important simply because they beat a champion fans genuinely wanted to see succeed. That is how a veteran championship reign should work. Owens can also become a fascinating champion without changing his character. WWE should not suddenly turn him into a traditional heroic champion who gives inspirational speeches every week. The best version of Kevin Owens is still Kevin Owens. Sarcastic, unpredictable, aggressive, funny, and occasionally willing to do whatever it takes. Giving him the championship creates new questions. How far will Owens go to keep it? Will he become more aggressive? Will he sacrifice friendships? Will he make decisions that disappoint the fans who supported him? Would Sami Zayn eventually accuse him of becoming the very thing he spent years fighting against? Those questions could make Owens' championship run more interesting than simply watching him defend the title every few weeks. There is also a broader argument for giving Owens the championship. WWE should not always prioritize the next young star at the expense of established performers who have earned their moment. Owens can be champion while younger wrestlers continue to develop. In fact, he could help elevate them. A young heel challenging Owens could claim that the veteran's time is over. Owens could defeat him while simultaneously giving that wrestler a major platform. Eventually, the younger wrestler could return stronger and finally take the championship from him. That is how veterans can help build the future without sacrificing their own stories. The biggest argument, however, is simply that Kevin Owens has earned it. He has spent years working through injuries, championship programs, tag team stories, comedic segments, and serious rivalries. He has worked with John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, and Cody Rhodes. He has repeatedly shown that he can make major programs feel important, but he has never had the kind of WWE Championship reign that completely defines the later stage of his career. This opportunity is different. WWE has already done the difficult part. It brought Owens back from a long absence. It immediately put him into a major match. It allowed him to defeat 3 credible opponents. It established him as Punk's #1 contender. It then put him face to face with the champion and announced the title match for Toronto. The timing is also important because Owens is now 42. That does not mean his career is nearing its end, but it does mean WWE should recognize that some opportunities become more meaningful as a wrestler gets older. Owens has reached the stage where another world championship would feel less like a routine achievement and more like the culmination of everything he has accomplished. accomplished. WWE does not need to sacrifice Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Sami Zayn, Randy Orton, or any other top star to make it happen. There are enough stories and enough championship opportunities for everybody, but Kevin Owens has a story that needs to be completed. His comeback deserves more than a loud reaction. Kevin Owens should become WWE Champion because the moment is right, the story is right, and the opponent is right. Most importantly, he has earned it. For years, Owens has been one of the wrestlers WWE can rely on to make almost anything work. Now the company has an opportunity to reward that consistency with something truly meaningful. But on August 21st, WWE should let Kevin Owens have his moment. After everything he has given the company, he deserves to leave Toronto with the undisputed WWE Championship over his shoulder. Kevin Owens does not need another opportunity. He needs the payoff, which is becoming the WWE Champion.